Hello everyone, welcome to the session. I hope all are doing well. So now I am going to explain these functions or keywords. So previously we discussed about that in while loop. So what we discussed was I have to say about these functions. Otherwise, when we are solving the examples, we are getting some confusion about this. So we don't know about the functions. Then when we are doing the examples, so we are facing some issues like what is this function? What is the property of this function? So we don't know. So that is the reason we are now going through the functions. So when we are uh, doing these examples, so there is no confusion in that. So yeah, here first of all, print input. We know these two keywords. So print means it prints the like which input we are giving inside the print. It will print the same thing. We will get the as output as same. So we will do every keyword with the with compiling it. Okay. So here we can easily find how it was working. So print. So here if you want to write, so it will print the same thing key. Otherwise if you want to print 2 as well with inverted commas, otherwise without inverted commas also. Oh, sorry, without inverted commas also. But this 2 was in the form of int, but the previous 2 was in the form of string. We already know that. So this is the property of print. If what we are printing inside the print, so sorry, what we are typing inside the print, it will gives the output as same. So and after the input, so this is the input which uh, we are giving to the code. So for example, you're not assigned to any you have to assign to one of the variable. Okay, suppose a equal to, so here input, take something like int, like just uh, give you an integer, so 23. Okay, that's all. There is nothing in it, like you did not say it print, right? So print a, so you can run it, give 23, 23 like that. Here the input was like for giving the value. Okay, for, as per like every time you have to change here, right? So if you give 20 equal 20, print a, so it giving 20. Otherwise you remove the 20 and after giving again 23, 25 like that. Instead of that, we have to give like an input, then we can give here, and when we are entering it, so it will run the print like that. So this is the property of this input, and these are the basic things: input comma output functions. So this is input function. So how you take input with the help of this input keyword, so you can take, yeah, with this word, so you can take the input with this print function. You can get the output. Without this print function you did not get any output. So for output you have to print the input. And yeah, for example, let's try what is that. Yeah, print input of, it will show some, yeah, 23. See, because before we assigned this input as a to the variable, so instead of a we can write input of int also. So taking input and printing that, so this is input, this is output. After this, we already discussed about these four things: how an int works, float, string, balloon, complex. So let, for example, we try for all of them. So when you take it to a compiler, remove this stars, I mean dot. Okay. So here int of. So for example, take a variable that a equal to, okay, a equal to 20 and b equal to 5.6. Why? Because I am taking both integer and b. What is that? 5.4. C equal to, because there is five functions: int, float, string, balloon, complex. So that I'm just taking in data types like, yeah, for integer I had taken and float. Now for balloon, true. And after complex, right? Okay, we'll try with that. For int b, for float a, because b is a 5.4, so we converting 5.4 into integer. A is a 20, we are converting that 20 into float. After that, string. So the string was, yeah, take a as a string, and you can take b also. C here, and after that, complex. What is that? Complex means you already learned in mathematics that the meaning of the complex was, which was like, you can take anything like here 5 plus not 2i, right? In where normally in what is that, mathematics. But here I think instead of I you have to use j. Okay, for I mean, if let's try, then we will get the same thing or not. A, you have to give two numbers inside the complex, because one is here, one is here. Which you entered first, it will goes here. Which you entered second, it will goes here. So comma int of, sorry. Now it see here, if I entered here a comma b, okay, a comma b. So what will be happen? Sorry, I have to print it. Print int of b. Instead of that, we have no problem. Print float a. So now again print string of a. Again print, sorry, balloon, right? Sorry, everything I'm printing a, no problem. See, last complex of a comma b. So when I will run it, yeah, see here. Here the a which was I entered, sorry, first one I entered, which one print, right? So see this thing, I entered int of b. So what is the int of b? Int of b was 5. Instead of that, if you write, so print int of b. So what you will get? You will get 5. And after that, float of a. So what is the float of a? Float of a means a is an integer. So you are converting integer from integer to float. So 20.0. There is no decimal place. So you have to add point 0. And again, string. String is nothing but you can't see it clearly in the output. But when you're entering, right? So you have to use inverted commas for 20. And balloon C. So balloon C means it prints true only. For example, if you give C as 0, then it will say that false, because, yeah, C equal to 0. So the value 0 in the balloon function was false. Other than that, if you enter anything, it will choose true. For example, 9, true, 1. Why? Because we are getting this. The fixed value was the fixed value of is here. The fixed value was false. Okay, false is a fixed value. That too, the value was 0. Other than that, if something was not false, then what is the meaning of that? So something was not false, so it will be true, right? Okay, so other than 0, if you take anything, it will be not false. So instead of calling not false, we are calling true. Okay, so the value of false was 0. Other than that, everything was not false. So what is the word for not false? True. And again, if you want to do like this, for example, see, if I take true, okay, I say int of c, I will run it. Okay, okay, sorry. Int of c, I have to change here. No need of doing this. I will get 1. I will run it again. 1 only. Because the value of true was 1. But not, yeah. The value of true was 1. But everything like, see here, I want to say one thing. Here, the value of 0 in the boolean function was false. The value of 1 in the boolean function was true. Okay. So here, other than 0, you will enter any number like 2, 3, 5, anything. It was not false. Okay. You can write it as not, sorry. Yeah, false. Like this. So, yeah. If you enter, if you want to change the C, which was you entered 0 something. So, like other than 0, you can enter any number. If you want to convert into billion, it will show you the true only. So here the fixed value is false. Like false is the fixed value. False having the fixed value. So yeah, this is how it will runs. It will say error because it doesn't understand what is the C, what is the A you are entered. And here also there is no brackets for it. So if there is brackets also it doesn't understand because the where it's a name error, name C is not defined like that. So after that, type of is instance. Let's see what is these two functions were, how they work, and the properties of that. So here type of, for example, you have to take one of the variable. So if you want to take anything like integer, so Rohit, and type of a, but you have to print it. Otherwise, it just you are calling it, not asking the output. So print it. Each instance. So if you do the same way there, for example, run it. Class string for instance. What is that? Instance expects 2 arguments. So it wants 2 arguments. So take another thing b, give same as, and say that comma b. Okay. So but like this we can, and must be a type, a tuple of type or a union. So here we are getting the error from instance expected 2 arguments. Okay, so we have to give 2 arguments, got only one. So this instance and complex wants 2 arguments, so we have to give for it. So give another one, what is that is b, which was using comma, and again run it. Instance argument 2 must be a type, a tuple of types are a union. So here it was saying that take another variable which was c and give a empty tuple and give the string. So just first see that see. So why it was doing like that? Instance. Okay, instance means which you given here a variable, right? So the variable, the type of the variable which is inside the C or not. So C in the type of tuple. This is tuple how we denote. For list, see, for a list we have to denote like this. This is the empty list, right? This is the empty list. So for the list we have to denote like this. For tuple we have to denote like this with these brackets. So C equals to tuple string. C, give some data types. String comma uh, sorry, int, right? Int comma float. So here when I entered this instance of a comma c, what was happening here was, what is the a? A was Rohit. So data type of A was string. So it will see the whether the string was inside the tuple or not. So it was saying the same thing. 2 must be a type, a tuple of types. So this is the tuple which having different types: string type, integer type, float type. So whether this type, a, what is the type of A? A type was string. Whether the string is inside the C or not. So when you run it, yeah, class string, and the string also inside the C. For example, if you remove this and add 2 and give comma b comma, okay, so let's do it. It will show the error. Expected 2 arguments, got 3. Okay, we can give only 2 arguments for every, like, so we have to give another instance is instance, okay, is instance of here b comma c. For, we are now finding for b. So when you run it, yeah, true, true. Why we get true? Because instance means whether see this data type, which was we entered the variable, right? So the variable having the data type inside this tuple or not. So this data type was string, this data type was int. So both are having inside the tuple C. So for example, remove this int and run it again. True, false. Why? Because b was an integer, but b, the integer is not inside the tuple of, I mean, types of tuple. So tuples have different types. So but a was having, for example, remove this thing also and run it. It will show the both are false because string also not there, int also not there. It is an empty tuple. So this instance will work like that. So yeah, the property of this instance and type, we know the type means how type works, but here the instance was new thing for us. Again b is a int, false false, like that these two are works. And here are the mathematical functions. So we are going to use these. So we will go with one by one. For example, abs, absolute value. So before going to the abs, take one a equal to int of input of, what is that, enter number. Okay, now print abs. So inside abs give a, run it. If you give 45, 45. If you run it again, minus 4, 4. If you run it again, minus error. Traceback, see value error, invalid literal for int. This is okay, okay. I given gap. Okay, sorry. Didn't give, don't give the gap. Yeah, 4353. Sorry, 4353. So this ABS was doing that absolute value, like if you give in negative, so you are getting in negative, it will change into the positive, and same, the integer was same, but the sign will be changes. For example, we enter 0, 0. you get the same thing like that. So ABS is nothing but if you enter negative integers, so it will change into the positive integers. So this is how ABS works. After that, power. We know that this thing power, right? So let's go with the power. So for power, we know we need two elements. Oh, we know for power we need two elements. That remove this number, okay, and take another one, which was B in same int of number. So copy here, paste here. So after that, print power of what is A comma B. A is base, B is exponent. So when you enter the value A has 2 and 6, 64. Yeah. So 2 power 6 was 64. Already we know this term power, how it works. This is the base, this is the exponent. And if you try again, I will also see 3, 3 power 4, 81, 81, like that. Otherwise 5 cube, sorry, 4, okay, 625, like that. So this is how power works. So when you want to find the exponents, so this is somewhat convenient, like, right. So after this power we are having round. I already explained this round how it works, like it will gives that. Oh, same thing, demo here, print round. So round also, round once only one number is enough. For example, round of. So these are all functions I am explaining. So you have to use brackets for everything like type, instance, and this round, power, ABS, everything, print, input, everything wants brackets because these are functions. Okay. So round one just to, yeah, A comma B. So what is A? A was a number. Okay, A was in a number, so you can print anything like 2 4 point and enter. What is that? Okay, I done int. So we have to take a float there because round means it will, like, it will judge or it will say that you have to print up to two decimal, three decimal, which we entered in the place of B. In place of B, if we say 3, so it will print up to three decimals. So float of input of, okay, run it again. So 12 point, there are five decimal points. So enter. Now you want to just write the three decimal places, not five. So enter 3. So here the examples are 12.38. So yeah, the fourth river gone because of this. Up to we are going from these three decimals, not for the two. When I changed this, yeah, when I given B as 3, so it choose up to 3 only. This is how a round works. So after that, we know that main. So inside this main, we can write multiple, like any number of terms, like see many things inside this main. For example, if you take just directly print main of, what is that main of? So for example, main of, okay, here, comma, here. So when you run it, 12. So the minimum of this total numbers which you are given, to the inside the minimum. So it will choose the minimum value of the whole which you entered numbers. So here you entered nearly, I think, 3, 3, 3, 2. Okay, 11 numbers you entered. So from these 11 numbers, it will choose the minimum value and gives to you. So like that, when we need somewhat like in a question when we are going with the condition. So at that time we want some minimum value from our list. So we can use this. And after getting this minimum value, just use it like that. So same as maximum. So how you write minimum? Same as maximum. Just change two words, two letters that are AX. So you get 64. 64 is the highest number among the given input. So which input we are given? 12, 12, 23, 43 like that. So from this, the yeah, it will pick the maximum means number which was highest among the given input. So from our input, the highest number was 64. Okay. So it chooses the 64 and gives to the print like output. It gives as a output like that. It works. So after that, maximum minimum. So sum. See sum. Use the sum net here. What will be happen? Three are in a yeah error line what sum takes at most two arguments 11 given. So sum only takes two arguments only. For more you can see here that yeah 12 comma 12. So what it will be okay. So it will doesn't work like this because sum is not for this type of things. Like we instead of this sum of 12 comma 12, instead of this we can write directly 12 plus 12. So this is also the thing, right? So sum is not useful for in this type. So for example, sum will use in the cases like a equal to take a list 12. Okay. So here sum of A. So what will be happen? 3, 1, 1. If you add these four elements, so you will get the 3, 1, 1. So here, yeah, what is that? 12 plus, okay, 12 plus 32 plus 45 plus 12 plus 33 plus 54, 56, 67. So totally 311. Okay. So this is how means sum works like. So when you use sum, so it will have to be a list. For example, if you try for a tuple, okay, tuple, 3 level. It works for with like sets, tuples, or list, but not for a like basic like a equal to 20, b equal to 30, sum of a comma b. It doesn't work with them because instead of that we can write easily like a plus b, okay, otherwise 20 plus 30. So here what a comma sorry sum of a means it will choose the every value 12, 32, 45 like that and it will sum them all and then we will get the 311. So this is how a sum works. So it will be any number of 12 also it will give 12 only. Okay, what is that? Int of it is not right. Line 11. Okay, if you give only one element, it may be showing that. For example, you give 67, 79. So like if you're giving like only 12, so seeing like a equal to 12. So with the it was choosing like it not a list or it not a tuple. So you are entering the integer instead of them. It doesn't work. It's saying that it doesn't work. List 12 was working, list was working, but tuple was not working. Yeah. So which list was working as same list was having one element, so but not at a problem. It considered list as a list. So when a sum of A was a list and it was considering it as a list with the like that. Sum works like that with the only one number like without list tuples, so never be works. So after that, yeah. So here take A to show you error because line to in module so time and two arguments got one. Okay, okay. Give two arguments which was 12 comma 60. So remove the 5. Sorry, A 12 comma 60. Okay. 0 comma 12. Okay. So what is that mean was yeah. See here how it works. 48. Okay. You got uh how much for 12? You got 0. So this is 4 comma 0. Otherwise, if you want to print, we can go with like wait. Sorry. So rand unexpected indent. Okay, now line 2. Okay, 48 comma 0. So how it works? Same 48. Here it will be 1 and here it will be 1. So sorry, here also 1. So 1 is equal to 1 is 0 because this is the term which calculate the remainder. When we divide the 1 with the 1, so we will get 0 because this is remainder and this is the thing like it will divisible by 48 by 1 and giving the only integer values. So if in the type of float but it will give the integer part only. So for example 48 so 3 6. So when you're going to do that, so what is that 8, right, by 3. So here, sorry for that. Here it will divisible like 1 divisible by 48, like that. Which was one of the thing was, if you run it again, 4 comma 0. Sorry, 48 comma 0 because, uh, yeah, it gives, first thing was 1 is divisible by, sorry, 48 is divisible by another thing. Like this number will divisible by this thing and which we are getting that if, so we are using this operator was because so that we will get only integers. So 48 divisible by 1 we get 48 and 48, which is a modulus 1. So what is that modulus was do? It will give the remainder when you divisible by something. So 40 is divisible by 1, so the remainder was 0, like that. For example, here, if we keep 14, so here also same thing, do 14 divisible by 48, and same thing 14 48 modulus 14. So it gives 3 comma 6. So see here, 48 when divisible by 14, it approx 3, right? 3 means 42. 14 3s are 42, right? 43 is a 42. So 3 point something will be come. But when you are going to this operator gives only for only like, yeah, this operator gives only 3 point integer format. So that is the reason we did not get that. But 14 into 3, 42. So same as here, 43 is a 42 and remaining was 6. So here the remainder was 6, like this. If you run, you will get 3 comma 6. For example, here change this 13 comma, sorry, not 13, 29 comma 13. So when you run it, 2 comma 3. Why? Because same here 3. So here 29. So what is that? It will gives 2 because 13 2s are, right? 13 2s are 26. So it's not exact 2 point something is there like 3, right? So 2.25 approx. So you will get 2.25. So that when we will usable, you will get another 60, not remainder was 3. So you will get 2 comma 3, like that. For example, if we, right? So see, what is that? 29, right? So 29 and modulus, sorry, 29, okay, 29 double slash divisible by 13, 2.23. So I guess 2.25, but it's not 2.25, it was 2.23. So like that we will get, so when we are getting 2.23, so it becomes 2 because of using that operator. And after that modulus, so 26 we will get 26. So the difference between 29 and 26 was 3. So how you will get 2 comma 3. So same as any number, comma. If you want to do it. So just click it and see that 3543, which was divisible by 75. What you will get? 47.25. So here you will get. So here you're going to get bracket 47 because 47.2 or something, right? So you will get 47. And what is the remainder? If it will be divisible by 47.25, right? So 75 into 47, right? 75 into 47. What you will get? 3525. So 3525, that is 23543. So the difference was 18. Okay, the difference was 18. So you will get the answer as 47 comma 18. 47 comma 18. This is how you have to find, right? So this is the function property, like it works like this. Which you element given second and which element given first. So second will divide the first and the second will see the both, like what we can call something like coefficient and remainder, like that. So after this, win opt hex. So how they were. So I think these are, yeah, they may be. Okay, okay, I got that. You just go first, go with the bit. So how it works? Bin means binary, OB1100. That is OB, right? OB. So in the binary function, the value of 12 is OB1100. Okay, this not this OB, this 1100. No, right? The binary, yeah, 12, right? This is 12, not 2. If you enter 2, it will give 1 1. Sorry, 1 0. Yeah, 1 0. Like that. If you enter, so this is the finding like binary numbers, okay? From integer to binary. For example, I want to see what is the value of 2 4 5 6 in binary. The value of 2 4 5 6 was 0 0 0 1 1 0 0 1 1 0 0 1. This is the value of the binary, 2 5 2 4 5 6 in binary. So like that, we know that how a binary works. See here, the binary is like, see, first of all, for zero, okay, for zero, the binary starts like zero, and for one, one, for two, zero, one. See, I will now give you the positions. Wait, so in first of all, one, okay, two, four, 8, 16, 32, 64, 128, next 150, right? Now, 256. Okay. Now, see here, 1. For 1, the value was 1. But for 2, 0, sorry, 1, sorry, 1, 0. For 4, the value was, uh, yeah, 1, 0, 0. For 8, 1, 1, 0, 0, 0. So why I am saying like, right? So this 4, this 2, this 1, how I am writing, I will say you sometime. Wait, 16, right? So 1, 0, 0, 0, 3, 4. For 32, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0. How many? 4, right? 5. So these are the powers of 2. For example, we just continue with this. See, if I enter 3, okay. So what is the numbers which were adding only these numbers? Okay. You have to get the number 3 by adding these numbers only. So how you will do? For 3, you will get 1 plus 2. Sorry, 2. So what is the 1 plus 2? The value of 1 plus 2 was 1, 1. Because 1 plus 10, right? So 1, 1. So 11. So when you run it, 11. See this value, don't see this thing, okay? See only this value, you got 11. So for example, if you print it here 4, so what is the value of 4? See, if they given 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, 128, 256, 512, 1024, 2048, 4096 like that. So don't take like this. So see, for 1 having 1, 2, 1, 0, 4, 1, 0, 0, 8, 1, 0, 0. These are the two powers: 2 power 0, 2 power 1, 2 power 2, 2 power 3, 2 power 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 like that. So these by these we are finding the binary. Okay, like for which values we are add, we will get the exact number. Like see, for example, this is 4. For which values we are adding, we will get the 4. So and another thing was we have to use the values only once a time. Sorry, one time only. So we are having the direct value, right? What is the direct value for 4? 100. So you will get OB 100. OB 100. For example, if you want 23, so how you have to choose the nearest value. What is the nearest value for 23? That too, it was least of 23, means below 23. 16. Okay, 16. You have to 16 plus. Sorry, 16 plus, and after that another take another variable which will add to the 16 and not greater than 23. So for adding 16, if we add the 8 to the 16, what we will get? We will get 24. So which was greater than 23. So don't use 8. After that 4. If we add 4 to the 16, what will be happen? If we add 4 to the 16, we will get 20, which was less than 23. So add it 4, and again which was 2. So if we add 2, we will get 23 or greater than 23. No, we will get less than 23. So there is no problem with 2. Lastly, now the total value was 22. So we want one more, that too 1. So we are having 1. So add it. And the final answer was, what is 16? 1, 0, 0, 0, 0. Plus, what is 4? 1, 0, 0, 0. Sorry, what is? Sorry, 4 is only 100. What is 2? 10. What is 1? 1. So add these things. So what you will get? 1, 0, because there is no 8. And again 4, 2, 1. You will get OB. You will get, what you will get was 0B. Okay. This thing, which was 0B 10111. 0B 10111. This is how finding a binary number. So same as for octa and hexa, like we will see that later. For first, this is the binary function. So there is no need for that. Man, you did not get these type of sums, but if you get, then use just binary and octa like that. This is just for like a basic exam explanation. So no need of learning it. It will learn in another course. Sorry, another subject. So this is how a binary works. 1, 2, 4. If you, for example, for example, take another one, which was 67. The nearest value for 67. What is the nearest value of 67? 64. Remove this thing. 64. So after that, which if we add to the 64 but not greater than 67, 32, 16, 8, 4. This 4 does not work with it. So go with the 2. And again we want one more. So 1. So now what is the 64? 64. This is 1, 0. Sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 64 is 6. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Plus, what is 2? What 10? What is 1? 1. 0b. What is the value? 1. There is no 32. There is no 16. There is no 8. There is no 4. But there is 2. There is 1. How many? OB. Sorry, 0b. 1. 4 zeros. Yeah, 4 zeros. 1, 1. 1, 1. So this is how finding the binary. But you already, when you're doing coding, right? So you can just use the function bin. So bin means binary, binary. So when you're using this bin function, you will get the binary value. So there is no need of no, learning about this. But this is a basic thing. That's why I'm explaining to you. So this is how it works. Like this function was going go to work. After that, arc. How an arc works. Arc means 8. So here, remove bin and add arc. Run it. Arc. This is 0. This is before time 0b. This is 0o. 103. For 67, it is 103. And for 23, it was 27. So for this arc also, we just go with the a basic thing that in arc, not like this. See here for 23. So your number was 23 here, 23. So divisible like, sorry, you have to take two numbers, 23, 23 here. So which oct means 8, I already said. So you have to divisible, divide the 8. Divide that thing, which was using this 8. So what you will get? Okay. So what you will get? Right. So you will get what is the 8 3 is a 24, right? So 3 doesn't works. So 8 2 is a okay, 2 is a 16. So you will 2 is a 16. What is the remainder here? Like what is the remainder here? So yeah. So here the 2 was quotient, which was when you're dividing this. So 8 2 is a 16, right? So like that. 8 2 is a 16, which was remainder was the remainder was how much the remainder? 7. The remainder was 7. So here you have to do 8 divisible by, sorry, 2 divisible by 8. The remainder was 2. You got the point? Here, so yeah, which this is the remainder and how, sorry, this is the coefficient. We have to give reminders at here, coefficients at there. What is the remainder here? 2. So what is the value? 27, which was these thing, these both 2 and 27. See here carefully. First of all, we have to divide the given number with the 8 when you use oct. Okay, divide with the 8. So what you are getting in coefficient as well as remainder. So separate them. This is the coefficient. 8 2s are 16 and remainder was 7. So here the coefficient which was left. So take this coefficient and go ahead here. So 2 divisible by 8 equal to 0. So again with this coefficient, okay, not remainder, with this coefficient, okay, with this coefficient when you divisible this coefficient with the 8, so if you will you get how much, how you will, what you will get 8 zeros are okay, 8 zeros are 0 and yeah, 8 zeros are 0. So what is the remainder? 2. So this is 27. This is how we are finding the oct function. So if you want to like another example, then we can go with that. So sorry, 23, we get 27 like this. For example, we get 34. Same thing, same thing. If here only you have to change 34. So what is that? When 8 4 is 32. So what is the coefficient here? 4. So 32. 8 4 is 32, right? So 8 4 is 32. 32 minus 34, 2. So 34 minus 32, 2. Remainder is 2. So we have to take this coefficient, not remainder. See it carefully. We have to take this coefficient. So what is the coefficient here? 4. 4 divisible by 8. What is that? not 0.5. Okay, don't think like that. 8 zeros are 0. Okay, 8 into 0 was 0. So you will get remainder as 4. So what is the value was 42. Okay, you have to go from downside, run it 42. I mean 0 42. If you want another example, then 56. How a 56 can be divisible by 8? Yeah, 56 sevens are. Sorry, 8 sevens are. 8 sevens are 56. So 7 is a 56. So what is that value? Here remainder was 0 because 8 sevens are 56. And after that here we have to take the coefficient which was 8 like 8 into 7, right? So 7 we have to take here. So 8 into 0 0 which was left by 7. Here you have to keep the like, yeah, 8 zeros are 0 and 7 will be go with here. So the value here was 70. For 56 value was 70, 70 like this. This is the form of finding the octa. Okay, octa. So next, like same hexa also like same. I did not explain this, but just I will give the a and like, yeah, an example for it. That's all. But no need of explanation for that. Hex, how much? Something 56. Remove one bracket, run it. 38. Okay, hexa was 38, which was below the 56. So this is also same way of like octa, but here you have to divisible by 16. See for example. Okay. Mhm. Yeah. For example, see here for 56. 56 divisible by 16. What is the coefficient? Coefficient was 3 and the remainder was 8. So what is that was 16. Okay, same as 8 threes are like 16 threes are 48. Okay, 16 threes are 48. So what is the remainder? For 56 minus 48, we will get 8. That is here. This is coefficient, this is remainder. So what we have to give here? We have to give coefficient, not remainder. So coefficient is 3 and 8. So not 8, 16. So you will get 3. Sorry, 16 0. 16 into 0, 0. So what is the remainder? 3. So what is the answer for it? 38. What is that? 38. If you want another example, then you can go with the 87. So what is that? 87. So 16, right? 87. So 16 4 jar 64. After that 64 80. 80 is I think right. 16 5s are 80. So 16 5s are 80. And what is the remainder? 7. Because 80, right? 16 5s are 80. 87 minus 80, 7. After what is the coefficient? 5. 5 divisible by 16 means what is that? Coefficient was 0, remainder was 5. So what is the answer now? The remainders, both remainders 5 and 7. 57. For 87, we will get 57. Like see, 57. Same as octa, how we divisible, and we will see the thing like modulus. Same as octa, hexa are both are same here. And after that, length. See length. I already discussed about this. For string functions, when you giving input as string, right? So at that time, this is very helpful to that finding the length of the string. So for example, a equal to Rohit. Whether it was capital or small, it doesn't care about that. It will print the length of a. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the length of the Rohit was 6 and it prints the same thing. This is how we are finding length of a string, given string. So same as this order, cadre, sorted, reversed, enabled, we already discussed, but this is the not, I think we did not discuss a single question on these functions. So this is not time for that maximum. Sorted, the list is not arrived. And yeah, this is after I will explain these things, okay? These functions and these functions also list, tuple, set, dict, zip when coming the fourth unit, okay? In the fourth unit, I will explain these things, but yeah, this range map, range we know in iteration functions, range we know, but map filter is coming at the list. Like with the using this map, we can take input as a list. Other than that, this also we can take, but we can give a like the whether we have to give input string like that. So I will say at unit 4, but for now, yeah, balloon functions. These will be seen in unit 4, and this is not unit 4. Okay, in unit 4, I will say about these functions. But for till now, up to this is also no need. Up to this is okay for up to now. Yeah. After these things, I will say at unit 4. And yeah, these are the functions. For just for a not brief explanation, for a basic grip on it. So that's why I done these things. So thank you. Thank you for watching.